Well, a wonderful Monday evening to everybody out there in streaming land. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network and our live coverage of the MARS Beardsconsin Pavement Street Stock Series. I believe this is round number 4, halfway through this semi-short season here for these guys. New Smyrna Speedway, where we're going to be doing battle tonight. Drivers still in the practice session. They've got a few minutes before they go to their drivers meeting. Get ready to head to qualifying. But we wanted to get an early start, make sure everything was going to be up and up for all of our overlays, and that our stream was going to come through nice and clean. Looks like everything is fantastic tonight for the first time in a while. We're going to keep just a little bit of background noise here, a little bit of music in the background, a little bit of car noise while we wait for these guys. First of 2 shows this evening. I want anybody to forget. I don't know why that moved like that, but that's disheartening. Anyway, KMS Racing Simulators Big Block Series DSRL Monday Night Thunder will be following this. Hope this doesn't come up on the main screen. It did not. Woohoo! I'm going to take a quick look at these street stock points. It's Joey Connor. The guy's won half the races, so yeah, it's Joey Connor on top. He is 1 point ahead of Adam Vinny. Adam Vinny not in attendance tonight. Vinny on vacation. I don't know. I mean, I know all the Vinny-acts are probably going to watch anyway, and we love them. But, man, it's a weird time to be taking a vacation right in the middle of racing season. I don't know what that guy's thinking. Matt Eddy, 2 points back. He's in third. Dan LaHennessy, and he is 3 points back. So your top 4 are separated by 3, and then it's a drop. It's a 5-point drop to 5th place Casey Wynn. Stephen Pierce, Marvin Turnmeyer, Sean McLaughlin, Dylan Delaney, and John Shemensky are the top 10. It is a 10-point gap from 1st to 10th. So basically a point per. The overall total points for the 3 series right now, I mean, runaway for Travis Johnson. Now, the drop weeks haven't started to click in for that, but I don't think that's going to improve it. I think it's actually going to help him. Yeah, very upset. Yeah, I bet vacation's a lot more fun, though. Travis Johnson, Devin Howard, Adam Vinny, Reed Rundle, and Larry Moody are the top 5 in the overall points right now. And it is, 360 points from 1st to 5th in that deal. And like I said, the runaway leader in the clubhouse right now, Travis Johnson. Even if the drops start to kick in, I don't think it's going to change that top 5 drastically. And those don't kick in for a couple of more weeks here. I think we got to get to round 10 on the big blocks before the drops kick in. So. A little bit more practice. Let's go watch a couple drivers. We got Garrett Boyd. And Boyd right now about 15th on the speed chart. See if Joey Connor's making laps. He's always making laps. Figuring out what he can and can't do with those tires. And the guy's really good at saving tires. Just really good at it. He'll qualify well. He should race his heat race pretty well. We'll see where he starts the feature. That'll kind of tell us, the 91's night will be really a high note again, or if he's going to have to work hard and fight. Colin Penn, different paint on the 52 than we have seen thus far. That 24 car, I'm loving the Stephen Pierce's car. He's got Piggly Wiggly on the hood and down the sides, and that is fantastic. Love to see the Piggly Wiggly stuff. Dan LaHennessy, John Shemensky, these guys are all in that top 10 in points right now. And then there's 77 Sean McLaughlin. And I am positive that we have Sean McLaughlin fans. watching already this evening. I'm sure Barbara is tuned in. Yeah, only the jack wagon, and I don't think he's on track. In fact, I know he's not on the track. I didn't see him out there. A new driver I hadn't seen. I did not know there were more Brunners than there are, but Jeffrey Brunner in the 164 here, and I don't know if Randy's in or not. Randy's going to have to tell us how that is a relation. I know I saw John in here somewhere. Yeah, John is not out cutting laps either, so. Marvin Turnmeyer, however, is in the house. That all black number 16 Thunder Chicken. Matt Knoll, Andrew Shembensky's in here. We saw Boyd a little while ago. There's John Brunner rolling the 46 car back on the track. So all of the old familiar faces. These guys will run qualifying some heats, and then we'll get ready for our B-Main. 24 drivers have checked in. I believe we only take 18 into our feature. So should be set up to do 4 heats. They take 4 from each, and then the top 2 from our last chance qualifier. Second show tonight should be around 9:30 Eastern. As soon as we're done here, we will head straight there, unless we have a little bit of a gap in between. These guys have been pretty good about giving us plenty of time. You don't know if you can watch. Randy, how is Jeffrey part of the Brunner clan? Clear that up for us. And what do you mean, Adam, you don't know if you can watch? You can't bear to watch? It's going to hurt too much to watch? Or you got crappy Wi-Fi or internet? Now, you can't be racing. I expect you to at least try to watch. I mean, you got to cheer your teammate on. Good Lord. For anybody that's not over on YouTube, I'm having a conversation with one of the drivers who's, pretty much a staple around here, and he's not here today. He's chatting with us on the YouTube channel. Hurts too much. Well, if you grab you a cold beer, a little bit of lime salt, and you just sit there and just touch the beer to your forehead every once in a while. Take a good, nice sip of it. If it empties, make sure you refill right away. The pain will go away. Jeff is your brother. Like John is your brother? There's 4 of you guys. Good night. Well, where's the other one, and why didn't he race? Because now I know Randy, I know John, and we're going to get acquainted with Jeffrey, apparently. So where's this 4th one? And back to Adam, and if you do that enough times, pretty soon you really won't care if there's a little bit of dull throbbing going on, from the head, because you can't be out here racing. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Just think about it. Yeah, 4. Wee. All right, well, drivers have headed to the drivers' meeting. That means they got about 4 minutes, and they are going to get ready to get out here and do their qualifying. It's a very thin line, Mr. Brunner, between famous and infamous. That line is super thin. Believe me, I know, because I am famous in some parts and infamous in others, and they're right next door to one another. So, A whole bottle. You know what? We were talking about the whiskey thing. Yeah, he's 24th on the speed chart right now. We only have the top 20 showing in our pylon, but he's 24th. The 164 car will be him. It's a 70s Camaro body. Holba, what whiskey are we pulling from tonight, Mr. Vinny? Where are we, Mr. Vinny? Because I know you were on vacation, but you didn't say. Don't have to give us you don't have to give us specific to captain. Oh, so rum. Well, that's not bad. Put that in a little Coke or Pepsi and throw a couple cubes of ice. Maybe squeeze a lime in it. I can deal with that. I'm a whiskey guy, so just going to put that. I'll drink a beer every once in a while. Tell you what I have found. You may want to try this. You may not. You may not be a beer guy at all. But good, real, fresh lime juice. Take an entire lime, squeeze it into about a 16-ounce glass. Fill that glass with ice. Pour salt into that glass, and then fill it with a nice Corona, Modelo, something like that. I'll tell you what, that is a really, really satisfying drink, and it's easy to drink. It's something they call it a chelada, and you might want to try it. Just putting it out there for you, my man. A&W and Captain, oh man, look out. Be having some boozy ice cream floats at that point, because that's what I call for A&W root beer. You got to put that over some vanilla ice cream. So I'd be having me some boozy A&W root beer floats. So you're giving me too many ideas, man. I go to the lake a lot, and we're always looking for fun stuff out there. So, all right, driver's about to get at it. That means it is time for our opening ceremonies. We'll be back momentarily.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, big thank you to the Foleys, as always. And we are back in perfect time. Perfect time. Drivers hitting the track for qualifying. And Miss McLaughlin, I'll tell you right now, that doesn't sound terrible. I take Simply Lemonade, and I'll put anywhere from 1 to 3 shots of Blackberry Crown in that. Pour that over ice. Or I'll take that whole concoction, throw it in the Ninja, and make me a nice frozen drink. That's a really good summer cocktail for you right there. Qualifying already underway. Mr. McLaughlin going to hit to the line first. post. The second quickest time, 20 flat for Shemensky. Now, the other Shemensky, here comes Casey Wynn. He's going to go quick time. Garrett Boyd, second quick. We are looking for the 91. There he is. We were just waiting to see if the 91 would do it. The 91, 1970, fastest time of anyone, Matt Knowles. And then Casey Wynn in behind that. Reed Arundel on track. Jeff Brunner also on track. We'll flick over there as he's about to complete his first. Actually, complete his second. 20th quick. This time, no quicker than the first. In fact, identical time to his first lap. We'll go back over here. Reed Arundel and Pete Dillon both on the track. So we're going to go back and forth between those two. Pete Dillon just rolling out. So Arundel will get a time on the board first. So far, Connor, Pierce, Knowles, Wynn, and Boyd are the top 5. We have gone back to that, Mr. Connor. We did it for a while and we stopped doing it. Oh, Reed Arundel. He is going to qualify in here second quick, and he is not going to get a time for that second lap as he tapped the wall right there coming out of a turn number 2. So his second lap nullified. Pete Dillon, that's the 7D car right there. He is fifth quick on lap number 1. Can he pick it up? Arundel was almost on top of Connor, and I think that slide right there is going to slow down Pete Dillon on his second lap, and it does, from an 83 to a 91. And we have had two more drivers check in. James Monroe and I think Austin DeMoore, late arrivals. We got 26 guys in here. We're only taking 18, so we are sending people home. Sending a passel of them home. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Don't care where you're at. YouTube, Twitch, Trovo, Facebook. If you're on Facebook, like, share, follow. The other 3. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. You'll know every time we go live. Take a look at the starting lineup for heat number 1 as they're already advancing along. It's going to be Andrew Shemensky, the 53 car on pole. And he's going to have Andrew Humphrey in the 31 on his outside. Your second row to the inside, Pete Dillon. He drives the 7D. And your quick qualifier. Once again, I think this is at least 3 out of 4 this season for this group that Joey Connor has picked up the pole. He drives the 91 car. John Brunner, the 46, row 3 to the inside, next to the 52 of Colin Penn. And Shotgun Charlie for heat 1. Missed all the practice, all the qualifying, so shotgun his heat is probably fitting for the 7 of Austin DeMoore. Everybody rolling them out. The Andrew showing the front. Man, I tell you what, I really do like the paint on that 31 car. I don't care that it's a flat gray and a flat black. That just, it looks fast sitting still. They'll show them where the start box is next time around to that Ford Mustang. Going to jump out of the way down there in turns 3 and 4. Top 4, straight 2. So we got 7. 7 times 4. Yeah, it's going to be 7766. 4 heats. I think that adds up to the 26. All right, pace car is about to duck on off, and we're about to get going for heat number 1.
Green flag, green flag.
The Mars Beardsconsin Pavement Street Stock Series. Bad start for Shemensky, and I'll tell you what, Joey Connor pushing Andrew Humphreys out. He almost dipped that car sideways and put it in the outside wall. Now he's going to battle for second. Humphrey is out front. Shemensky and Connor side by side. Behind them, Dillon and Penn are side by side. Going to keep the camera right here. Andrew Humphrey all by himself. He's got about 5 car lengths on these guys. A lot of time left. Shemensky not giving up on that inside. He is really working the car hard. Connor came down, tried to squeeze his exit off. Didn't quite get it done. Now he'll get him squeezed down the middle of 1 and 2. And Sheminsky had to yield the spot before he turned him around off the left rear corner. So Connor up to second. And Sheminsky's now in a 3-4 car battle to try to keep that second to the last transfer spot, the highly contested spot that you're watching. Penn in the 52 and Dillon both try to get to. Whoa, that was close. That was close to getting right hooked. Sheminsky almost right hooked himself off the nose of the 52 car. See if we get the drone to get in here, chase these guys around for a couple of laps. 4 to go. It's still Humphrey, Connor, 1-2. Sheminsky's third. The battle's for the fourth and final transfer spot. And Dillon up the hill just a little, got into the 52, and he takes the spot away. See if he can hang on to that. I agree, Adam, 100%. His car is very sharp. I tell you, it'd look really good if he had armor all on it, but I like the tub of towels thing, something you don't see much of. 2 to go this time out of turn number 4, the signal from the starter's stand. Connor giving chase. Humphrey, good line through 1 and 2. He didn't go to the bottom. He didn't get wide. He stayed kind of middle of the 2 inside and middle lines, and he does the same in 3 and 4. Keeps that car almost a car width up off the bottom. He'll get to the white flag first. Can he hang on and win the heat? It's going to give him a great starting spot for the feature. Not a good run out of 2 for Connor, and it looks like it's going to be Humphreys to take. But Humphrey in the winner's circle for Heat 1. Connor second, Sheminsky third. Dillon takes the final transfer spot. Penn, Brunner, and DeMoore will all be in our LCQ. So, Heat 1 of the books, and Heat 2 will line up like this. The 81 of Jeff Werdeman on the pole, and he'll start next to the 37 of Dan Hennessy. 60. Dylan Delaney, row 2 to the inside with Reed Rundle on the outside of that row. In our third row, we'll have the 92 of Josh Weschendorf inside. And Jeffrey Brunner in the 164 on the outside. And then Shotgun Charlie for this heat race. Well, that's the 217 of James Monroe. Monroe, one of those late entries. Well, Bill. And Randy, there is what Jeffrey is in tonight. I see that Mr. Werdeman has gone back to the gold and red on that BFH number 81. All right, we're going green out of turn number 4. Heat number 2, Werdeman LaHennessy. Going to bring us to it. Second quickest qualifier for the night, starting outside row number 2. And he has had a rough season. He is looking to turn that around. Qualifying was good. We'll see how the heat race treats him. Green flag back into the air. Heat 2 up underway. Side by side to the front 2. Rundle with a good run down the backstretch. Going to clear Delaney temporarily. I think he's going to try to stay in that outside lane. He may go 3 wide here as LaHennessy slipped up the track. And Werdeman had a great run through the bottom. Rundle thought for 1 second about trying to stick the nose of that 43 in there. And he thought better of it. He may go bottom side here and get behind Werdeman and try to push Werdeman down these straightaways and get him past LaHennessy. Werdeman clears now side by side for second. Rundle up the inside. LaHennessy still ripping down the backstretch. This is a scene out of Days of Thunder right here. Werdeman with a little slip. Rundle got there. A little contact with 5 to go. Reed Rundle now up to second. And Delaney now is going to keep Hennessy pushed to the high side. They'll be halfway home this time as they come out of turn 4. Werdeman now. Couple of car lengths on Rundle. Rundle's going to clear Hennessy finally. That's going to put Delaney back in the mix. There goes Rundle. The Lumberdew Jackwagon into the second position. And now we'll see if Delaney can work by Hennessy. Hennessy needs to get in line somewhere. Westendorf may get up here and make him have to go through the last chance qualifier to get into tonight's A main. Fighting back very well. Get out here and follow them around. Delaney gets there out of 4, but 1 and 2, the outside seems to be much better. And a big run right here starts to develop for the 37. He just doesn't have enough to clear and get to the bottom. Down here in 3 and 4. White flag this time. Werdeman and Rundle, 1-2. Your final 2 transfer spots battling right here. I think Hennessy's clear enough now. He can do what he wants. He'll have 3rd. Werdeman's going to win it. Rundle's 2nd. Hennessy's going to be 3rd. Delaney, I thought he might have got a tap there from the 92 of Westendorf, but he'll take the final transfer spots. So Westendorf, Monroe, and Brunner will be in tonight's LCQ. Heat and number 3, 6 car scheduled for this one. The 13 of Chris Alvey on the pole. Nick Baker in the 89. Good to see Nick starting to race regular again. He'll have the outside of that front row. Casey Wynn, 5 car. Row 2 to the inside next to the 24 of Stephen Pierce. And then John Szymanski in the 99 and Dean Burnt in the 17 making up the final row. I really kind of dig the 24 car. I'm kind of digging that whole Piggly Wiggly thing. See the 5 of Wynn right there. Don't forget 2 shows tonight, 1 show tomorrow night, and I'll have to find out about Thursday. I think we might be back on Thursday. I'm not sure. Haven't heard from those guys in a minute, but I haven't reached out as well. So try to see if we can get some midget action going again. All right, pace car's about to get out of the way. Heat 3 about to get underway. And the green flag in the starts. And boy, that happened quick. I don't think anybody was really alive for that. So they're going to stay 2 wide, 3 deep. Baker, check up out of Alvey. Alvey almost crawled up the hill and got in the left rear of Baker. He checked up, got a bump from behind, slowed everybody in the inside row down, and that's going to allow Pierce to get side by side. Going to have a little bit more Chevy on Chevy contact. Alvey, a little wide, getting into the corners right now. Maybe overdriving his entries just a touch. You can see damage on the 5 car already. These cars are known, well, he's got damage on the nose and the tail. These cars are known for having nose damage and blowing up. Nick Baker to the point. Pierce into 2nd, Wynn to 3rd. Alvey now hanging on to that final transfer spot, but Szymanski all over him in the Die-Hard 99. Watching 4th and 5th. This is the final transfer spot is the 13. The 99 wants to get it away from him. Does not want to have to go to the LCQ. One bad issue And that'll put you out for the night. So everybody wants to make the feature. They only take 18 cars. We'll lock 16 in through heats. We'll get 2 out of that LCQ. And now it looks like Sheminsky's starting to figure out where he needs to be. Top 3 staying nose to tail, and I mean nose to tail. Pierce all over Baker. Albie trying to hold off Sheminsky. Sheminsky got a good run on the exit. Can he pull to the inside? Late down into the corner, and he dives in low. Battle at the front. Also, Baker under fire with 2 to go. Ooh, he and Pierce, tiny bit of contact. Nice little bit of driving out of the 24. Saved the car, didn't wreck anybody, kept his spot. And right now, Sheminsky going to get around Albie, so he's got the final transfer spot coming to the white flag. That battle at the front, not over just yet. Baker out wide, should have the run out of 2. Can he hang on and get to 3? Can't get the car down to the bottom. Yeah, he's going to bring it down there anyway, and he's going to shut the door. Oh, bump coming out of the corner. They're straightening him up. Who's going to win it? Win comes from 3rd. Pierce is 2nd. Baker and Sheminsky. So that little bit of contact. And both Pierce and Baker lose spots, but Baker, very unfortunate. He loses 2, but stays in a transfer spot. So our final heat race, ready to roll out. The 34 of Dean Gagliano will have the pole, and you'll have the 16 of Marvin Turnmeyer on his outside. Row 2, 21, Garrett Boyd. Inside, 15, Matt Knowles. Sitting on his right. And our final row, going to be the 77 of Sean McLaughlin on the inside, and Matt Eddy. Wow. A couple of guys we're not used to seeing at the back of much of anything are going to be starting into that final row here. Short track racing, good hard racing. I mean, I don't think I'm going to put my right front on the guy's left rear in the heat race to get a win. He's going to have to really do something silly for me to, get there like that. But hey, get into a checker flag first. That's a race car driver's entire goal. So. Ayrton Senna said something about if there's a hole there and you don't go for it, you might not be a race car driver, something to that effect. Well, there you go. We'll just chalk it up to that. All right, final heat race of the evening about to get underway. For the pavement guys, that is. There'll be plenty of heats in the dirt.
Green, green, green.
The green flag back in the air. Final heat race underway. Not sure if Gagliano got a good start or a bad start, or he missed a shift, but he took off and then almost came to a stop on the front stretch. Now he's going to battle with Turnmeyer, and Turnmeyer will get the best of that. So Turnmeyer, Gagliano, Matt Knowles side by side. Garrett Boyd, boy, that car got way out of shape. He did a great job saving it. Big wave to Mr. McLaughlin for not finishing off that slide and helping turn him around right there. Don't be a Hamlin. Yeah, well, you can be a Hamlin if you whine about what everyone else does to you, but it's okay when you do it. That's how you be a Hamlin. Turnmeyer, Gagliano, and I think Gagliano is going to be under fire here pretty quickly. If he gets wide like he did in 1 and 2 again, he's going to have company behind him, pushing right up on the back of the 34. Matt Knowles just wasn't close enough to take advantage. This time, better line for the 34. He's losing time to Turnmeyer. Keep our eyes right here. 21 car has the final direct transfer spot. McLaughlin peeking in and out, trying to figure out which way he's going to go. And I know Boyd is trying to figure out where the 15 car is going to go. He wants to go with when he makes the move on Gagliano. 3 to go for Turnmeyer. That time Knowles looked low. This time McLaughlin puts the nose on the inside. Tiny bit of contact. Both drivers save their respective machines. I think this whole line may be being held up just a little bit right here because you got 5 guys stacked on top of one another and one guy driving away from the field. We're going to come around. It's going to be a white flag time. McLaughlin not going to be able to wait too long. He's going to shove the nose in on the bottom. They make contact again. Good piece of driving by both drivers not to wreck them. Matt Eddy looked to the high side, tried to make a run, smacks the fence. That'll do it. Turnmeyer is going to win heat 4. Gagliano is going to hang on for second. Knowles and Boyd 3 and 4. Those are your transfer cards. McLaughlin and Eddy, last chance qualifiers. That is news right there, folks. So LCQ time at New Smyrna Speedway. And this is how we're going to line them up. It's going to be Colin Penn and Josh Westendorf on our front row. Chris Alvey and Sean McLaughlin in row 2. John Brenner and James Monroe making up row 3. Row 4 is Dean Burnt and Matt Eddy. And the back row for this one, Austin DeMoore and Jeffrey Brunner. Top 2 transfer into tonight's A main. Don't be a ham. Just about 1 hour, 60-ish minutes away from Dirt Slingers Racing League Monday Night Thunder, Camus Racing Simulator, Big Block Modified Series. We got 2 races left in here. Just quick little 10-lap LCQ, and then the main event. Who's going to get the 2 transfer spots? McLaughlin close to the front, has an opportunity here. Penn and Westendorf right there. John Brunner. James Monroe.
Green, green, green.
Depending on if Matt Eddy can get clear of some traffic, he's got a chance to maybe make this feature, but we're under the green flag. They fanned out 3 wide really quick. Everybody thought better of that. They're going to get back 2 wide. Out of 2, Penn is going to grab the lead, but Westendorf trying to fight back, crosses him over, gets inside in 3 and 4, not going to be able to get there. And Sean McLaughlin on the high side with a big run is going to move into second right here. McLaughlin powers around the outside, give him the final transfer. Can he go run down Colin Penn? Matt Eddy mired in traffic, but he's making up some spots. He's already picked up 2. He needs to go 4 more if he's going to make transfer. Monroe, James Monroe spinning around. No caution. He's going to get it righted. We're going to keep racing. Top 2 breaking away. Westendorf losing touch. Alvey is 4th, Brunner 5th, Eddy 6th. Matt Eddy running out of laps real quick here. He's down to 6 to go. He needs to make up 4 spots. There goes Jeff Brunner. Whoa, and he comes back onto the track. Glad he was behind traffic. Colin Penn, Sean McLaughlin. 1-2. We'll be halfway this time. 5 down, 5 to go. Matt Eddy still not able to make up spots. The lap's ticking off a little too quickly He may miss the show tonight. We may not see the 88 in our feature this evening. It's time to start to really get away. They are out by almost a second on third place, Josh Westendorf. Three to go in the top two. Just need to finish where they are. Transfer into tonight's feature race. Westendorf got to pick the pace up. He shaved a tenth off the last lap. He needs to do about 3/10 a lap if he's going to have a chance to get to the back of that 77 machine. We're 1.5 laps from the end of the LCQ. Alvia still fourth, Brunner and Eddie 5-6. But it has been all Penn. He gets to the white flag first. Can he hang on for one more lap and transfer himself into the back row of tonight's A main? If he can stay square, McLaughlin can stay square, they'll both be there. And it looks like that's how it's going to be. Penn wins it. McLaughlin takes the second transfer spot. Westendorf, Alvey, Brunner, Eddie, Burnt, DeMore, Monroe, and Jeff Brunner. Thanks for playing. No parting gifts for you guys. They are done for the evening. So the field is set. 18 drivers. Ready to get here. 35 laps, the distance. I'm scratching my head on that because I forgot to look when I came in. We're going to have just a little warm-up time here. So let's grab a driver and let's see, if anybody has time to chat with us. Jeff Werdeman, you got a copy?
I do. Can you hear me, Roger?
I got you, buddy. Hopefully the whole world can hear you. Good a run to start things off tonight for the 81. Are we going to parlay that into a win here tonight at New Smyrna?
Well, I think it's going to be tough since I won. I don't know where I'm going to be in the invert here, but I know I'm going to be pretty deep in the field. And I almost switched out of the yellow car because it's just been horrible luck the last two times we've been running on Monday nights. I thought, now we'll give her one more chance. So maybe the old girl is saying, hey, don't quit on me just yet.
Well, looked like you were pretty solid out there. You're able to hang on in front of, a pretty tough little field you had in your heat. I know it's a tricky little track, but it looks like kind of that lane up from the bottom is kind of where you want to run the whole time. Are you going to see if you can get the car positioned there for the whole run, or are you going to try to go bottom feeding?
No, I think you're right. I think that if you can be up by yourself, you want to be kind of in that middle groove area there, maybe like splitting the inside and outside lane there. But I also think that outside lane, if you can get your entry just right and figure that out, I think you can be a beast out there and keep everybody underneath you and blow them off the corners.
All right, man. Well, figure out what you're going to do. Get out there and make it happen. We'll figure out where you're going to start here in just a few minutes, and wish you good luck. Hopefully we get a chance to at least talk to you on the podium tonight.
Yeah, I'd love that, Roger. Thanks for everything you guys do.
That is Jeff Werdeman, driver of the 81 machine. Again, the guy in the 91 quickest in the session. But, Casey Wynn is right there. And Casey Wynn has proven to be very close with Mr. Connor as far as speed, longevity, and able to position the car where he needs it. He just, sometimes gets behind the 8 ball and can't figure a way around it. So we'll see what the 05 can do. I don't know. You'll have to ask him. He's on vacation, Beards. He is not even here racing tonight, which got to be just massively disappointing and on so many levels for so many people. But hopefully he's having a good time on vacation, and he'll get back to us next week. Couple of minutes left in the warm-up session. Don't forget, second show kicking off in about a little less than 45 minutes. Monday Night Thunder, Big Block Modifieds. Tomorrow night, ERA, the Pavement Series. Once again, you will not see Adam Vinny in the Pavement Series tomorrow night. And we'll let everybody know if we're doing a Thursday night show or not this week. We're just waiting on those guys to give us the schedule, so we know when they're going to be back in full action. So hopefully I think they're waiting until the Knoxville Nationals are over, because I think Josh has a lot going on up until then. So we'll see. I got to ask you, Barbara, you said you were going to share your prize pack with Sean. What exactly did he get out of the prize pack? I'm just curious. All right, practice session. We'll wind down 45 seconds, and then we'll get this feature underway. Dylan Delaney. We talked to Mr. Werdeman there pre-race, or in between sessions here. See if he can take his heat race win and make that into something a little bigger. Couple of drivers electing not to go out and put laps down in the warm-up session, so we'll see what that does for them. But it is going to be time for our feature this evening, and this is how we're going to line these guys up with the invert. You're going to move the 34 of Dean Gagliano to the pole, and he'll have the 24 of Stephen Pierce on his outside. Your row 2 will look like this. The 43, Reed Rundle, the number 2, Jack Wagon on the inside, and the 91 of Joey Connor on the outside. Boy, start that guy too close to the front, and, well, it's just a matter of time. Marvin Turnmeyer, the 16, has the third row locked down on the inside. And Casey Wynn, the 05, will start on his outside. Then Jeff Werdeman, talked to him in the pre-race, won his heat. And he starts inside row number 4 next to the 31 of Andrew Humphrey, who also won his heat. Andrew Sheminski, the 53, row 5 to the inside next to Dan Hennessy. Nick Baker in the 89, and Matt Knowles in that 15 car. Making up row number 6, row 7. Pete Dillon, the 7D inside. Dylan Delaney, the 60 on the outside. And the last of our heat race qualifying cars, the 99 of John Sheminski. He starts inside row number 8 next to the 21 of Garrett Boyd. And your transfers from the LCQ, the 52 of Colin Penn and the 77 of Sean McLaughlin. 18 cars with 35 laps. All but the bag. Oh, my goodness. Well, you guys enjoy that. I have fun putting those together. We're going to have to get some more swag. We're actually working on getting a deal where the T-shirts can be ordered in one-off deals. I don't have to order 25 or 30 at a time. So, pace cars out of the way. That green flag dropped immediately when they got to the start line, and we are underway for 35 laps. Beardsconsin Pavement Street Stock Series for the Mars Racing Group. That thought that was going to be contact. Pierce on the high side grabs the lead. Now Gagliano in a fight with Connor to keep Connor. Any clear track, you can't give that guy anything, and he does. He gives him second. Moves to the high side in front of Casey Wynn. Gives Reed Rundle the inside. You seen what was in the package, Adam? Contact. Gagliano got into the side of Wynn. It doesn't matter. Wynn hangs onto it, and he stays right there side by side in 1 and 2. It'll be a drag race down the backstretch for the 4th spot. Here comes Marvin Turnmeyer. Turnmeyer was racy up front in his heat. We'll see if he can clear these guys and maybe start going at it. Andrew Humphrey, 7 car. He had a good run in his heat. He is just looking for an opening. Try to make some moves. Laps will click by pretty quickly here. Man, I send all kinds of stuff in those. There's decals, and there'll be, tote bags and clothes, and sometimes there's hats in them. I didn't really have any. I don't know if I sent any hats this time or not. Did I send a hat? I don't think I did, because I don't think I have very many. I think I only have 1 or 2. We're waiting for a new shipment of those. But we're 5 laps in right now, and Stephen Pierce is holding it down out front. Joey Connor second, Reed Rundle is third. There's a pretty good gap from second to third right now. Casey Wynn found his way into fourth. Now Marvin Turnmeyer's up the fifth. Here comes Andrew Humphrey on the inside of Gagliano. Gagliano started on the pole, and he has been dragging the anchor ever since we dropped the green flag. Yeah, those piggy banks they've been around a minute, but they are just fun to have. You got kids, they're awesome for the kids. Now we have all kinds of random stuff we throw in there, man. Whatever's on that prize shelf over there goes in the box. And I'll bet you I have 30 of those, Adam. At least 20, maybe 30. Some of them have the decals on them, some of them don't. We put them on before we ship them out. Right now, Pierce still holding it down, 9 in the books, but he has got company. That 91 car sizing him up, trying to figure out where's the weakness, where's the opening, how can I get a nose on the inside and move him up the hill, and he is not going to chance it this early. He's not going to force the issue. A lot of that stuff was donated and given to us from different affiliates and different partners, and from different places, and so we like to make sure that one, we want to make sure we get rid of it because you don't want it just sitting around, and 2, it helps them too. Lets their advertising be out there. So that was a pretty good run out of 2. Now he's going to move to the inside. That's what he was waiting on, to figure out where the timing was. Make this move. We're about to have a new leader this time by. Oh, it was not Connor. It was Pierce at the line. But we will see. Oh, right hook. They got together. Rundle's in it. Here's your caution. Let's go back and watch that contact right there, and they just couldn't get away from one another. It shoots the 24 to the left, and Rundle nowhere to go, so the right front of the 43 car heavily damaged. And he may not be able to steer that car, it's so bad. He may have suspension damage. Right front, not turning, it is dragging. 24 already in the pits. 43 coming down, still dragging the right front tire. Yeah, suspension on that 43 car destroyed. Connor already in the pit. That car just damaged from front to back. Knowles got a piece of it. His right front is pushed in and back. The whole nose cover is gone. And Stephen Pierce, we talked about that car. That car's got a lot of problems too down the right side. He's going to have a real problem on the left front because that is where Reed Rundle hit him. So that's going to change things. It's going to set up Casey Wynn out front. Turnmeyer, Gagliano, Humphrey, LaHennessy, Shemensky, Werdeman, Baker, Dillon, and Delaney will be the top 10 when we restart. You know what? We didn't even set up a bet tonight. I forgot about the prop bet tonight. Oops. Well, we'll skip this one. We might have to do one for tomorrow night, though. We'll see. We'll see if we got a prop bet for tomorrow night. See what I've got that's good over here in the prize shelf. Hey, Adam, who got the T-shirt? All right, lights off on the pace car. We're going to double them up and get ready to go green one more time. 22 laps remaining. Casey Wynn now has the point. Bill.
Green, green, green.
Green flag back in the air. Tell you who's hungry for a win. That guy on the outside in the 16 car, Marvin Turnmeyer, has had nothing but trash luck for a while now. You know, I can't remember what she asked. I want to say she asked for a large or an extra large. Contact out of 4. Turnmeyer had the inside on Wynn. And Marvin Turnmeyer just absolutely starving for a win here. Hasn't seen victory lane in a minute. Nothing but bad luck there for the longest time. Last couple 3 races, he has actually been a little better. Got caught up in some trashy stuff a couple of weeks ago. Look who is third. We talked about him during his heat race and how much I really love the paint on that car. And he has worked his way from 8th to 3rd and is on the podium. That's Andrew Humphrey. It might be an L. Well, here's something. You need to make sure whoever's got that, they wear that, because that series is coming back to life very soon. That series has been dormant for a little while, but that Wednesday Night Warrior series coming back. Big slide right there, getting down into 3 out of Andrew Humphrey, and you got to be careful. You don't want to overheat that right rear, because then you're going to be power sliding through every single corner, and that car just isn't going to go very fast if you're power sliding. Gagliano still fourth. LaHennessy up to the 5th spot. He's picked up 5 spots. Shemensky. Oh, caution, caution, caution. For whom? Garrett Boyd is in this, it looks like. Dylan Delaney, Colin Penn, Pete Dillon. This is a side-by-side battle. They're back here about 10th, 11th, 12th. Pete Dillon down the corner. He's going to get help to get turned around. There's help from, I think Sean McLaughlin got a tiny piece, but I don't think he got a lot. 7 of Pete. Oh, Pete Dillon's got a lot of damage. Pete Dillon. Heavy, heavy, heavy damage to the nose of the 7 car. Hey, as long as you guys get use out of all of that stuff, man, I'm all about it. That's why we do it. That's why we do it. So we'll go to the back. 13th is Garrett Boyd. 12th, Colin Penn. 11, John Shemensky. Sean McLaughlin got a little bit of that wreck. Not much. I think it was all in the door on the right side. So he should be okay. He's 10th. Werdeman is 9th. Baker is 8th. Andrew Shemensky is 7th. LaHennessy 6th. Gagliano 5th. Humphreys. Well, he's 3rd. Oh, we had a car. Dylan Delaney's car was showing as the leader. So all those guys bumped up a spot. So we're going to have to wait till this all cycles through, because Delaney doesn't look like he's got a ton of damage, but he must have had something. Back end's mashed in a little bit. Front end looks okay. It looks like he got pushed in from the back. And I think he was pretty lucky there. I think he got hit from behind. He's got left side door damage, but I think he got hit from behind by Garrett Boyd, who just bumped him a little. So we'll go one more time around. There comes Pete Dillon. I don't know if they got a new nose on that car or not. We'll have to go check it out. Yeah, it looks like they got one taped on there, at least temporarily. There's a big gap between the nose and the hood. And it is all wrinkled up across that right front corner. So. Wait. Adam wins $100 gift card. Oh, Jay, that is just wrong. I can't say much more than it's just wrong. It's absolutely wrong. All right, waiting for Casey Wynn to get us going again. 18 laps to go. 17 laps to go this time. 17 to go.
Green flag, green flag.
We're back underway. Tell you, Turnmeyer was fighting hard on the last restart. This time, he is going to be a little sleep on the restart. He's going to fall to second. He's got company because Humphrey had the inside momentarily. I don't think there was a question. They said if Adam Vinny wins tonight, there's a $100 gift card from his sponsors, and yeah, that's not going to happen. So Jay Church is being a bad dog. No biscuit for him tonight. Still, Casey went out front with 15 to go. Turnmeyer, Humphrey, that's your top three. LaHennessy now has gotten around Gagliano. He's up to fourth. And Andrew Sheminsky in the 53 is looking to get inside the top five. Just needs to get around that 34 car. See Nick Baker in seventh. McLaughlin has recovered. He's back to eighth. He's improved 10 spots right now. He is tonight's hard charger, up from 18th starting position to 10th. But John Sheminsky's trying to take one of those spots away. We'll be down to 13 to go. Ice cream cone. Man, he's just rubbing it in, aren't you, Vinny? This time around, a dozen laps remaining. It's kind of equaled out here. Turnmeyer and Humphrey 2 and 3. Equal spacing between them and the leader. LaHennessy was the one trying to close the gap. He's got a couple extra car lengths to make up. He's going to get on that podium. And our laps are clicking away here pretty quickly now. Somebody out in front of our leader. I don't know who that was. Oh, it was Reed Rundle rolling back out trying to salvage points, but he stays on the apron, lets everybody get past. It'll be 10 to go. Depressed eating. I bored eat. When I get bored, that's what I do. I go eat something, snack, some kind of chips or mixed nuts or, you know, a brownie, something. I don't know. Whatever's around, I guess. When I get bored, that's when I do my eating. 9 to go, and LaHennessy now all over the back bumper of the 31 of Humphreys for the final podium spot. Casey Wynn. I said in the opening that he would be somebody that, might have a shot here. He's been really close. And with Connor out, he's the odds-on favorite to pick up this win. Turnmeyer still second. Humphrey is third, but Humphrey is making a bid on Turnmeyer. He's got his nose to the inside corner. Falls back in line as Marvin Turnmeyer had a good run down the front stretch right there. Humphrey has figured out it's time to go because LaHennessy is all over his rear end right there. And he is trying to find any kind of timing to get off the corner a little bit better than Turnmeyer. He can't really leave the bottom open, so he's having to do this all on the bottom of the track. If he can enter a little wider right here in 3 and 4 and cut the car down in the middle, he might get the run he needs. But if he leaves that bottom open, I think Hennessy's going to try to stick his nose in there, and that changes everything. So the wave lap, 5 to go that time. We're watching the battle for second. Wynn is a half second in front of these two. Turnmeyer under fire. Humphrey trying to get there clean and clear and force Turnmeyer to give him the spot. 3 to go this time by. Now Humphrey got a good run through the middle. It's just not going to work out. He's got to wait so long on the exit. He can't use the whole track to get the run out. We're coming around 2 to go. Will Humphrey be able to hang on and stay on the podium? Will Hennessy get by? Can Humphrey move forward? If he opens the door in time, I think Hennessy gets by Turnmeyer as well. I'm not sure it's going to happen because Turnmeyer's running that perfect line, about a lane up off the bottom, all the way around. And this time we're going to get the white flag. Wind is safely out. That time Turnmeyer ran it a little bit wide, and Humphrey's got there. 1 and 2 will be the decider on the white lap. Humphrey through the center, a lot of brakes in the car. He's down the inside. He's going to stay there through 3 and 4. I don't think Hennessy's close enough to affect the outcome. It's going to be Wynn to victory lane tonight. Humphreys is second, and Turnmeyer coming home third. Hennessy and Gagliano 4 and 5. So we'll talk to our top 3 here. Andrew Humphrey. Marvin Turnmeyer. And we'll find Mr. Wynn at some point. But right now, let's talk to the driver that comes home in a third on the podium. It's been a minute, but that stark black, number 16 of Marvin Turnmeyer, gets it done tonight. Marvin, that was a pretty good run.
Yeah, finally. You know, it's amazing what you can do when you actually get to start closer to the front in these races instead of out back every week. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Hate to see Joey and Steve take each other out there, but, you know, that opened it up for somebody else to get a win. And, you know, overall, it's a pretty solid night. Really hard to pass. Outside line was probably a little bit better if you knew how to do it, and I didn't know how to do it tonight.
Well, it looked like late with just a couple of laps to go. A big mistake getting down into turn 3. Opened the door for Humphrey right there.
Yeah, just a little bit loose on the entry. Carried a little too much momentum in, and it just wanted to come around. But, you know, I'll take a top 3 given how the last couple of weeks have gone. You know, hopefully the tracks we got coming up are a little better to me. Hadn't really been all that happy with the setups lately. The first couple weeks they were really loose and really fun to drive, where the driver had a little more input. And these are a little more tight, and it's just harder to pass. And not quite as much fun, but top 3 that'll put a smile on your face.
All right, man. Well, give me some shout outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you celebrate a great podium run.
Yeah, just want to thank Bam, Scrub-a-Dub, Beardsconsin, Reed for everything he does, and you for the broadcast, and big shout out to Team 137 for helping me up the spotter stand.
All right, man. Congrats on a great night. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow night.
All right, have a good one.
Marvin Turnmeyer finishing in third. Now let's talk to the driver. And what the consensus is one of the best looking cars out here right now. I'm a big fan of number 31, but I'm also a big fan of putting really bright colors against really stark colors. And this car jumped out, and he drove it. He drove it a long ways. He started about 8th, and he came home in second tonight. Andrew Humphrey, it's been a while since we talked to you on the podium.
Yes, it has. I'm pretty happy with how things went tonight, especially after having the engine blow up earlier in the year. And it was great racing all night, at least on my end. Everybody was running close, running tight. It was a great night.
Yeah, it looked like you were able to make some moves and get around some guys, and then right there at the end, stalking Turnmeyer, and boy, he just kind of opened the door right up in 3 and 4, and you wasted no time stuffing the nose in there and getting by him.
Yeah, I was watching him. He looked like he was getting a little loose going into the corner, and I wasn't having that problem. I thought, man, if I could just get a little bit of a run here, I'll be able to get on the inside of him and make a pass towards the end of the race, and it worked out.
Well, an awesome night, man. You're going to come home second. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you head out of here.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Beardsconsin, Scrub-A-Dub, Car Wash, and BAM, and of course Reed and you, Raj, for doing all this. And it's a blast around with these guys. Everybody's really competitive.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. And this is a suggestion that comes from a couple of us, me mostly. Man, one of these nights I want to see you put Armor All on that same car right there for me instead of Tub of Towels.
I don't know, man. I really like Tub of Towels. You should give them a shot.
We do too. We like that also, but I think those colors are perfect for the Armor All sponsor, man.
10-4, maybe I can get my painter to do that. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Congrats again. Andrew Humphrey finishing in second, and now we'll move on. I said if he was right there was no telling what was going to happen, whether it was him or Connor. If they got close enough, Mr. Wynn always knows how to take it to victory lane, and given the opportunity tonight, he did exactly as forecasted and puts the 05 in winner's circle. Seas parted, and you avoided all the carnage right there, Casey.
I have no words. My heart started pounding. I was like, holy smokes. I just got a gift right there.
Yeah, when you come out of 2 and there's sideways smoke everywhere, were you afraid you were going to get clipped maybe trying to get by it, or did you see a nice clear path and you were able to zip right through there?
Well, I saw Connor kind of go up the track just a little bit, and I knew as soon as I saw him starting to wreck, I was immediately looking for Reed because he was right in front of me, and I just tried to stay out of his way. That way, once he got on the brakes, I wouldn't slam into him, and then I just tried to get on the brakes as fast as I could. And next thing I know, I think it was the 34 shooting across the track. I'm just on the brakes. Thankfully, everybody behind me was on the brakes, so it all worked out.
Well, when the seas part and you have the opportunity, you got to capitalize on it. You did just that. You led the rest of this thing and really weren't challenged. I guess the car was working pretty good once you got clean air.
Yeah, I feel like, honestly, the car was a little tight all night, but other than that, I was terrible when I first loaded in and did a bunch of steering offset and brake bias change to it, and it definitely felt a lot better. It was drivable there in the feature, so we'll take it.
All right, man. Well, give me some shout-outs and some thank yous, and we'll let you pop the cork on that champagne tonight.
Yeah, shout out to y'all for putting on the broadcast, all the presenting sponsors of the series. Shout out to my buddy Justin Moore. He runs with me on Tuesday nights with ERA. Shout out to everybody in Discord watching me race, and that's about it. Thanks for the good Lord above.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on a great win. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow night.
Yes, sir. You guys have a good one.
Casey Wynn picking up the victory. And those are easy calls when you know the guys that are going to run pretty smooth and pretty hard every lap. You know kind of who to watch, and we watch Connor and we watch Casey. So Wynn, well, he goes to victory lane. Humphrey second. Marvin Turnmeyer in third. Dan Hennessy fourth. Coglano was fifth. Baker in sixth. Andrew Sherminsky seventh. Sean McLaughlin, good recovery for him. Had to go through the LCQ. Started dead last in tonight's 35-lap A main, and he comes home at 8th, so hard charger as well. John Szymanski at 9th. Colin Penn, Pete Dillon 10 and 11. Garrett Boyd was 12. Dylan Delaney 13th. Reed Rundle 14th. Jody Connor 15th. Jeff Werdeman 16th. 17th was Matt Knowles, and 18th Stephen Pearson. Pierce just a victim in the whole thing. He was on the outside, car across his nose. Next thing you know, he's spinning left, and Rundle had nowhere to go, and that kind of put things in the trailer for him. So, fun night of racing. We've got about 20 minutes, and we're going to be back with Dirt Slingers Monday Night Thunder, Camus Race Simulators. Big Block Modified. So we're going to take a quick break. If you don't come back, we appreciate you being here. Hope you enjoyed the show. Peace and love to everybody. Until we see you the next time, keep the rough side down.